skaters, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. I am Coach Julia, and today I am just here to tell you about a fun day that we had at the rink yesterday. So earlier this week, a local news crew got in touch with me and asked if they could interview me and just watch me coach, get some footage for some Olympic-related stories that they have going on. With the Olympics starting today, there's lots of extra interest in all of these winter sports, figure skating included. They showed up for the very busiest session of our day yesterday. It was like we were at max capacity out on the ice. It was a little bit crazy, but that's okay. They got to see a very exciting session. They came and set the microphone up on me, and we chatted a little bit about what they were looking for. And then they just set up their camera to film me teaching for a while. Now, the girls that I was teaching, the first one, the little one, Madeline, she had no idea up until that moment that she was going to be on the news. Her mom knew, but her mom hadn't told her because she didn't want her getting nervous or anything. But she was so excited when she found out. She was like, oh my gosh, am I going to be famous? So Madeline got to be on the news. Madeline got to be famous. She worked so hard for me though, knowing that she was going to be on the news. That girl was so focused. I feel like we just need to get a camera crew every day, and then she would work so hard for me. It was absolutely adorable. And then my second lesson was really different. Alexis was working on her bronze skating skills test. So the first one was jumps and spins, and the second lesson was skating skills. So the news crew really got two very different perspectives of what a skating lesson is like. But since this is only a few weeks out from our first competition, they also got to see all kinds of skaters out there practicing their programs. Before we were done though, I told them that they need to connect with Coach Paolo. He had literally walked into the rink 15 minutes before the news crew got there, and I was like, oh my gosh, he's back. He has been out competing. He was in China. So he got back yesterday. He was jet lagged. He was sick. And I told them maybe they should come back next week when the men's competition is on at the Olympics and chat with Paolo, because he's been competing at that level this year. But they just wanted to talk to him right then. So before I was done, before the session was done, about 5 minutes before the session was over, they asked me to switch the mic to Paolo so that they could catch him teaching as well. So the poor guy, I just kind of threw him in there, but he was such a good sport. So that was fun. After the session was over and I said goodbye to my students, they set up a little interview on the side while the Zamboni was going, and they talked to me for about 20 minutes actually. You only get a couple of little sound bites in the actual broadcast that they put up, but that was a 20-minute interview. And it was really fun. They just asked me about my skating history and what I love most about skating and what I love most about coaching and what I'm most excited about watching at the Olympics this year, and so what some of my goals are with coaching. So it was really fun. And then after that, they went and set up the camera and talked to Coach Paolo as well. So it was cool having both of us, two different perspectives. I just think Paolo is amazing, so it was fun to get him roped into my little broadcast interview. After the interviews, I only had about 10 minutes, so I had to be back out on the ice, so it was a little bit frantic getting kind of turned around from that. And I really didn't have much time to kind of chat with them about what they were going to do with all the footage, but they did tell me when the broadcast was going to be. So I have captured that for you so you can see the fun little story that they created out of watching me and Paolo coach for an afternoon. Let's check it out. Ready? And snap.
Most days,
Oh, there we go.
you can find Julia Durkee
Let's talk about the motion.
and Paolo Borromeo
Okay, one more.
on the ice.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Chin up.
They're figure skating coaches at Skate Town Roseville.
Hey, you got farther around on that one. Good job.
Your turn, Miss Ainsley.
Their expertise comes from years of training and competing themselves.
Before becoming a coach, I competed until I was like 21, and then I became a show skater.
I was on my own Olympic journey this year trying to qualify.
Borromeo is still competing, going as far as the Olympic qualifiers in October,
Hold.
falling short of skating for the Philippines in Italy.
I had a great time and it was a good experience going for it.
And push, and push.
Durkee has her own Olympic journey.
I'm gonna get to go watch the pairs skating.
She's going to Italy for the Winter Olympics, but she'll be coaching too.
I coach in person here at Skate Town, but I am so passionate about getting to coach virtually as well.
Durkee has a virtual skating club and a YouTube channel where she trains people all over the world online.
Cross step, crossover. The footwork of that was correct. Yay!
She'll host clinics and sessions to coach some of them in person while she's in Europe.
It's incredible getting to be part of people's skating journeys.
Because coaching is one of the best ways to share the sport they love.
I just really love the sport, and I want to kind of help provide like other kids the same experiences and feelings that skating has provided for me.
You get to help develop their character, you get to help develop their belief in yourself, and it's just a really beautiful thing to be part of that.
In Roseville, Peyton Headley,
Good job. I'll see you later.
KCRA 3 News.
The figure skating events will start Friday, and KCRA 3's coverage of the Olympics has already started.